Hi guys, it's George from BajaBoard behind the mic here. We recently went on a testing trip, road trip, in China to test the first two of our latest BajaBoard G4Xs. And I thought I'll share some of the video clips here, as well as provide some commentary where appropriate, just for a bit of interest. Hope you guys enjoy.
You can play three. But this is a pretty good fit.
The trip itself took place in the Sichuan province of China, the place with all the spicy food. And here you see we just getting ready to take off and strapping the two BajaBoards to the roof rack of this Fort Everest. And since the test was going to take place on top of a mountain, the chances of rain was pretty high, so we thought we better not risk it. Let's put some tarp on and make sure it doesn't get there too wet. This is the way you go camping, four-wheel drive. Bit of nice scenery. Hi, Alec. Packed to the hilt, and a little bit of upskirting. Nice view, don't look at my legs, of a couple of BajaBoards on the roof rack. So there you go. Nice in the view. That's the nicest view up there.
Yeah, this is romantic. Instead of watching the stars, we're watching the BajaBoard.
Yes. And after about a 6-hour drive, we made it to the top of the mountain, or near the top, at about 4,500 meters above sea level. And here we're just taking some photos of the boards before they got too dirty from riding. Boy, they were going to get a bit dirty. The environment wasn't exactly the most friendly. It's what we call very good testing condition, but very, very bad riding condition. It was cold, it was wet, there was mud everywhere, and things were going to get pretty dirty pretty quickly.
Actually, you don't. We are at about 4,412 meters above sea level, almost Everest base camp, almost 600 meters short. And the weather isn't the best, but the show must go on. We have one full day here, and we've got a morning here tomorrow, so we can't let the weather stop us. Luckily, we know how to fix the boards if they do get waterlogged, but it'll be interesting. We've got a chase vehicle. Everyone's taking some photos right now, and we're going to get two pretty much brand new 2018 G4Xs.
So when it stopped raining for a while, we decided to start with the easy stuff first, and that was to do a bit of a tarmac run up the mountain. The incline here averaged between 10 to 15%, which isn't a lot for the BajaBoard, so we were able to go up the mountain at pretty much full speed along the straight stretches, and yeah, it was a good way to warm ourselves up and warm up the boards. So here, Alessandro is going up. The incline's about 12% measured by the phone, and speed is about 57 km an hour as measured by the chase vehicle that we were sitting in following him. The point of the exercise is really to find out how long the battery would last if you just went flat out, right? And flat out up a slight incline, not down a hill, obviously. And we find that in the 2018 setup for a G4X four-wheel drive, you can get up to about 22, 23 Ks for a single charge going flat out. Compare this to a more realistic scenario where you might be riding, for example, in the city or in a park at about 20, 30 Ks an hour, where the battery would last over 30 Ks. So you can see that there's a pretty big difference in terms of range depending on how you ride. The next leg of testing took place at the mountaintop in just an open area, pretty flat, but quite muddy. And the point wasn't to do speed or range, it was more just to see how the boards would handle in some pretty low friction terrain. The whole area was covered in grass, which is pretty slippery by themselves anyway after a bit of rain, but it's been raining up on the mountaintop for few days already, so it was pretty much mud piles everywhere.
And the least you can do is go through very slowly so it doesn't create any additional splashing. There we go, a bit of obstacle negotiation here, as is only possible by BajaBoard.
One thing to note here is that the bumps look a lot smaller than they are in real life, and also in the grass sections there are absolutely plenty of rocks hidden underneath the grass that you just don't see in the video clips. So having decent ride height is very important. Now also the road here is very, very slippery, and people think, well, you need fatter tyres to negotiate this. Not really. For the BajaBoard with traction control on, we were able to get across this fairly easily, and a lot of times you can feel the wheels start to slip and the traction control kicks in and you regain the grip and you feel that extra push, pulling you off the hill. This kind of riding, even though it doesn't look as maybe cool as doing 50-60 k's an hour, but it's just another kind of fun or challenge that you can have on the BajaBoard. More obstacle negotiation than trying to be the fastest. And the best part of this is that this kind of riding is safe, right? If you do come off, it doesn't really matter. You just get a bit dirty, worst comes to worst. Alright guys, this video is dragging on a bit now, so let's finish it off for now here. There are a couple of other legs of this road trip and conditions that we tested the boards in, so we'll upload those clips in the next few days. Cheers.